way that I've experimented in reproducing some of the cast-stone balls that I've got here. I've got a few as well at home, but there's some of the structures we've seen aren't here today. But this is a good representation that I've brought you. I've got sandstone ones and these darker ones made of igneous dike rocks such as lodestones from Orkney. So the first thing is to say about these balls is that usually they've always been thought of as a bit of a mystery, and they're often called the enigmatic cast-stone balls. The majority are just straight lines with no context really at all associated with them. There's a few that we have no. I know of a couple of examples from Orkney, well, quite a few examples from Orkney cast-stone balls. There's some found at Skarabrae, fairly similar to that one there. That's quite a typical Orkney cast-stone ball. It's a bit different from the ones that you get elsewhere. You can see it's got these almost like pyramid-shaped bosses sticking up from it. There's a few of them from the Skarabrae, and they were found inside the Neolithic buildings and late Neolithic buildings that probably date around 2800 BC or thereabouts, sort of second phase square buildings. There's one as well from the Invergordon that was found a few years ago in structure 10, and that's a fairly near copy of the Invergordon one, and that was found originally underneath one of the buttresses in structure 10 when structure 10 was altered around about 2900 BC. The ball was placed at the bottom on the ground, and then the corner buttress was built over the top of that, and then the corner on the other side there was a large decorated carved stone with lovely triangular incisions on it, and then the other buttress at the third corner, when they just excavated there a few years ago, they found animal bone laid on this deposit, and the buttress was built on top of that, so it's probably a definite symbolic deposit laid on about 2900 BC. In terms of date, there is some association with Bronze Age sites. As I say, most of them I think seem to be associated with late Neolithic. And if you look at some of Dorothy Marshall's illustrations, you'll notice that some of the decoration that you get on the bosses are between bosses. The bosses are a bit thick and get these intertest spaces. The decoration that you get is very similar to Gulfura decoration, and the decoration that we're finding in the Neolithic and various other places. You get it in Boyne Valley as well, like spirals and side rip rings and things like that. And there's a huge variety. There's over 400, I think it's over 420 now, the majority of which are from Scotland, and they tend to be kind of concentrated in the northeast, Aberdeenshire. Orkney's got about 17, I think, from it now. But then it's kind of hard to say if that represents their original distribution, or because these are the areas where you've got quite a lot of agriculture activity going on in since like the 18th, 19th century. So it might just be that there's more being found there. But they do tend to be concentrated in the northeast and Orkney, and there's a few from out west Scotland, there's one from England, there's one from Norway, interestingly, there's a couple from Ireland. But the most common type, over half of them, are that type there, that are 6 bosses arranged like the face of a dice or a cube. They're opposed to each other like that. There's over half of them of that form there. Orkney tends to be a bit different, and you get a lot of this projections from Skarabrae and other sites in Orkney like that. There's another one from Orkney that I'm making at the moment from probably just near the Invergordon. It's found in the 19th century. That's another copy of an Orkney one. You can see it's got it almost looks like that on that end. You've got the little projection sticking up, but then you've got a spiral engraved right round it, and you've got what looks to me like pleated string or rope on that end, almost looks like a pleat work. And that's actually a suggestion for that ball that a friend of mine took over. Made me wonder if that was a skewmore. That's like a representation in stone of another material. So he thought it could possibly represent one of these balls, actually bound and hafted somehow with string. So it's just that bit thick. That's an interesting theory. So it's possible that some of them were hafted, bound up and wrapped. There's no sign of use wear on them, and Dorothy Marshall said that they looked like they'd been handled a lot, and I think she's definitely onto something there, because they all kind of cluster around 70mm diameter size, which is like that tennis ball size, some sort of bit bigger. But they're lovely to hold in the hand. They're just perfect for hand holding. Cast stone balls are usually made out of visibly striking materials, like masonite are. Masonite that you get in Orkney, certainly, and elsewhere, are often black and white, and they're very visible. So you can hold the masonite up and hope be able to see it from a distance. But these things, because of there's quite a lot of fine detail on them, they're quite small, and they're not visibly striking stone types often. They think that they're probably, that can indicate that they might be used for, intended for close viewing or handling close up, rather than in a big crowd at the top of a hill or something.
You must have had a certain amount of value if they sacrificed one underneath the cornerstone in the Invergordon.
Yeah.
And because that's what they were doing with the foundations when they put the bones in and other artefacts. They were actually sacrificing them and hoping for something spiritual to come from it.
Yeah, so it definitely had some sort of symbolic value,
yeah.
For sure. I do it a certain way. I can't say that it's definitely going to be the way that the stages that they went through in the Neolithic, but this is the way that I do it to get to the ball shape. I start by just finding a beach stone, or a stone that's a bit near to the shape and size that I want already. And then what I've done is I make a cube first, because it's easy enough to keep a control over. You can just use a finger or something. So we'll talk about the techniques of getting it down to the shape, but you make sure it's the same length that way, and that way, and it's easy enough to do that. You check that bit off the sides, so you chamfer it in to make that polyhedron shape. You just make sure that you don't touch the outer bits, and then eventually you're doing to more or less a ball, and it's near enough quartz porphyry, just bits of broken quartz porphyry, which is ideal. And you find this in all the Neolithic sites in Orkney that I've ever seen, and you can see it's been used. It doesn't look like a very good hammerstone, but it's excellent. It always breaks the sharp points, but it would weigh really hard. So it's something like that. The Lochlocky one's got 7 lines sized on it that way, and then 7 at right angles. So you get that sort of hatched effect with one of the bosses. I'm sure we'll get to that stage today, but what we're doing now at the moment is I've made the ball. I'll tell you we'll get to that stage in a minute, but I've got it to that stage and I've marked out where the bosses are, and the children yesterday at the school started to take out the interdisc spaces like that there. We can also go at this, and then eventually this ball we'll finish it off, get the hatching on it, and that's going to go into the loan box, so that people can handle it then and have a look at something different to look at. And that's shaped just using the same techniques as I made cast stone balls. Just use the same rock there to chip it away. This is volcanic. This is maybe tough actually, volcanic tough from Alness and Orkney. And it's chipped away, and then it was smoothed down, and to get that lovely concave shape. Like a lot of these things, when you choose the right tool, I chose a round sandstone boulder like that, and that gave it the shape. The boulder itself created that lovely concave shape that you get there. And then just rounded that out. I drew the line at finding a piece of gut, and I've cheated and used a piece of nylon, but you could, you can make twine or gut or whatever, string or something. You can have a book. There it is. Just twist. We don't have any direct evidence in Orkney anyway. I think probably Neolithic Britain for use of boulders, but they're quite widespread elsewhere in the world. Put a bit of sand in there. I should have had a pivot stone or something on the top. Go like that, and eventually walk through the hole. A lot of base heads in Orkney, so-called unfinished ones, are like that. They're bored from both sides, and hopefully holes will meet in the middle eventually. This is basalt larks, and I've shaped that just by putting it on a stone like this. It's easy to cut that away. So I'll cut that away quickly. So you can have a go. The thing with arcs is too that it's sorrows to give that sort of genuine raw emotion.